rock the place, 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 rock the place.
What up, friends?
What up, world? It's your boy Jimbo,
And I'm that guy, Joe.
and welcome to another episode of One Beer at a Time, the KC Bier episode. We've been talking about this for a minute.
Yeah, we curated the fuck out of this. We've been putting
having
this shit
these beers
together
for a while.
We've even made friends with KC Bier Co. Shout out to
yeah.
Jurgen.
Jurgen.
It was so good to meet you, sir. We had Jurgen out at 9 Mile for National Beer Day. They were on the stage and did a great
Jurgen.
tasting. They took over our taps. They hooked us up with some great merch. We love you guys. We are going to find a way to get to KC and bring our show to you, and we're going to come and highlight and feature KC Bier.
Hell yeah.
But for today, what we're going to do is we're going to drink a bunch of KC Bier. Here, let's start checking them out.
All right, we got the Weizenbach. We've got the Never Say IPA. The Schwarzbach. The Pure Pills.
Oh,
The Bier Co. Light.
oh yeah, dude, this was one I was excited about.
The Arrowhead Lager, a Nuremberg style red lager or Rotbier, and the Hefeweizen,
Yeah.
Bavarian style Vitel.
Should we start light and move up?
Yeah,
I think these are all at great temperatures, so you know what?
I'm just Schwarzbach is a black Doppelbock lager.
I'm just gonna let them sit out. Let's do the light, the pills, and then maybe that doppel.
Yeah,
Why not? Oh, do we have two of those? Oh no, there's a black and a pale doppel. One wheat, one lager. Ooh, the sexy.
We got a Schwarzbach and a Weizenbach.
Yeah, dude. The sexy. And I'm really excited because we've had these on tap for a little while. I've had several of these beers, but I
Yeah.
haven't had all of them.
Yeah.
We've also cracked a couple just because.
And I think we actually missed a couple as well.
But yeah,
more.
I haven't had all of them. Like the Arrowhead, I'm really excited about. But the Doppelbox, though, I have a feeling those are already going to steal my favorite votes. All right, KC Bier Co. out of KC, obviously. Well, that's KC Mo, I guess we could specify, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
KC Mo.
it's KC
yeah.
Mo.
Yeah. Have we done an actual Kansas beer? I don't know that we have. We've done a couple things from KC, Missouri.
True.
Because isn't Walnut River
Kansas,
around that way?
Kansas is the more boring
Right,
state.
right, yeah. All right, so we'll start off with the light. Ooh, I just realized you got a bottle opener down here? You got a lighter over there. Well, here, let's show you fools how we do this with the one beer at a time lighter, available for purchase directly through us.
Yeah.
All right, so grab your bottle, right? Get it in the crease of your hand right there real good, right? See what I'm doing? Yeah, and then you're going to use that first finger and wedge that lighter right in there, and then you're just going to press down some pressure right here on this side, and then with leverage, you're going to just boop. Make sure you get enough skin to hold that piece of the bottle down. Bloop.
And just like that, Holmes.
And if you don't know how to do that shit, well, you're not our kind of beer drinker.
Oh, it's a light beer.
For a light beer with that much head on it, though. Damn, that's impressive already, man. We got a light lager here. Let me show you guys what it's looking like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, to see like that kind of head on this light brew. Psh, isn't she lovely?
And for a light beer, that's got a lot of smell to it.
Yeah, man, the nose is pretty strong. A little bit floral. Just a little bit.
I mean, that... For a light beer...
Ooh.
For a light beer, that is about as on point as you're gonna get.
Well, I like German lagers so much.
Yeah.
It's really great to have all those familiar flavors in a light brew.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking crazy, dude. It's like literally a light German lager. It doesn't taste like a domestic light beer.
No, that tastes like a German beer. Just lightened up a little bit.
Yeah, I think if someone just told me, hey, try this German lager and pass it to me, I would notice that it's really light.
Yeah.
But because of the flavors, I don't think I would assume that it's a light beer.
No.
That's really, really nice, man.
So we're doing about 6 ounces at a time. We're gonna knock these out fucking quick.
I love how craft brewers are getting great at these fucking
when your guy is named Jurgen, you know your German beers.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yes. We're gonna run out of real estate
Real fast.
That's okay. That's right. We are professionals. All right, I'm gonna show you this again. Because what did we say we're doing? The pills.
Yep. Pure pills.
Pure pills, baby. German style. All right. So you take your bottle, right? Wedge it in right here. Right there. Make sure you get some skin on it. There you go. Get a firm grip. Use that first finger. Get your little lighter wedged in there with a little bit of leverage.
Oh, hop goes the weasel.
It's a little feisty. What did I say?
Look at the head forming on that.
Oh, shit. Do this red lager next. I'll go ahead and pop this girl. Ooh, I'm going to ruin this lighter. It's all right. We're gonna have to get our merch up pretty soon. You guys let us know. Will you get merch? If we actually if we start an online shop with our Bic lighters, if we make a couple hats, if we do some vinyl stickers, will you guys actually get merch? Maybe.
I mean, we can do it. Every dollar spent is another dollar towards us getting a TV show.
Damn right. Damn right. This is where we're headed. If you guys hadn't noticed.
With all the on the roads.
You hadn't fucking noticed. Yeah. Speaking of which, while we're letting that settle down a little bit, if you haven't caught our newest Obot on the Road, this is the official episode 110 of the podcast, but really that last one should have been 110. Obot on the Road is starting to really, really come together. We did Steampunk Brew Co. No,
Steampunk Brewworks.
Brewworks. That's right.
Brewworks.
That's right. I knew it was not brewery. But yeah, out in Town and Country, Missouri. Really, really great time. Very cool episode. Made a good friend with Dave, their head brewer over there. And the guy is a true beer historian. Just listening to him drop knowledge on you.
He gave us two great.
It's a lot of fun.
Great sound bites.
Man.
I'm Dave, and I'm a beer nerd, and it's all about the beer.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Love it, man.
Plain and fucking simple. I'm Dave, and I'm a beer nerd.
Yeah, dude.
All right, so dude, even as this settles, there's still quite the head on this pills.
Oh yeah, man.
That's a hell of a head on a pills.
The level of bubbles, the aeration. Just look at that. It looks like shaving cream in this photo, in this frame. I mean. Look at that. Oh yeah.
Some earthy notes.
I do love me a Pilsner.
Floral.
That is a very nice malt.
Yeah. Very, very light malt, but very nice, tasty.
Yeah, that's a very, very nice malt. I'm a big fan of this. It's got a nice crisp finish on it too.
So knowing that we've already tried some of these, and we're trying some of these ones for the first time,
I have had this one.
I'm gonna make a bold statement here. I think I know what the across the board rating is gonna be. Jurgen, I think you're gonna get a fuck yeah across the board. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not a Chiefs fan, so we'll see how I feel about the Arrowhead.
Yeah, let's check that out. All right, so that was the Pure Pills. So now we are on Arrow Red Lager. Nuremberg style red lager.
Nuremberg.
Rotbier. Rot. Okay, so she's a red lager.
Yeah.
For sure. 100%.
Ooh.
It's a light head.
That is intriguing.
Oh, nice.
That's a lot lighter than I thought, a lot less malty than I thought, but it's got a nice malt.
But reminds me Almost of an amber ale.
Yeah, like I was expecting more of an Irish red.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
You know?
It doesn't have that kind of malt on it. Ooh. That's nice, though, man.
That's really nice. That's easy drinking.
Yeah, with big flavor. Doesn't really remind me of anything either.
Yeah.
That's fucking sweet.
Ooh. Let's bounce back to this.
I know, now we got to get our flights worked out. Ooh, speaking of flight, our boy Chris McCoy hit me up.
Yep.
Chris McCoy is getting a new stash from, where is he goes? Minnesota?
Ooh.
Minnesota, I think. Isn't that where he normally goes? Or where he's, like, he knows people?
Is it Minnesota or Wisconsin?
I was going to say Milwaukee, but I want to say it's Minnesota.
Might have been Minnesota. It's
We could be
Minnesota,
completely
Wisconsin,
wrong.
or Milwaukee.
So if we're wrong, sorry, brother. But anyway, shout out to our boy McCoy Drinks Beer. Check him out on Instagram. He just hit me up. He was saying that he's going to bring some beer back, and we should get another episode going. I told him that our producer, our boy Robert, pretty much has the studio ready to roll.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move towards St. Louis, South City, closer to these
Yeah,
guys.
I mean,
We're about
if you
to have
actually-
a permanent studio location.
If y'all hit up Culture Copia, he's got a studio rolling. You've seen Matt on our 9 Mile episode, one of the dudes from over at
Matt
Culture
was
Copia.
our special co-host.
Yeah. All right, so out of the two that we're still drinking, which one are you liking more, the pills or the red?
Yeah, I love German lagers. I kind of have to say I personally probably like the pills a little bit more overall. But right now, currently this moment, I'm really liking how unique and different this red lager is.
So, 3 beers in. This is going to change throughout the show, hopefully. We'll see.
Oh, who's the leader right now?
My leader is actually the Arrow Red.
Yeah, I could go with
Because it's
that.
such a unique beer,
Yeah.
but it's still
Yeah.
light. It's still...
That's why I said,
mean, dude, that's a football Sunday beer.
Yeah, and that's what I meant. Like, my personal preference, I just really like German lagers, so
Yeah.
I can't help it. That Pilsner is one that'll stand out to me. That like, I like lagers like that.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But I was saying at Steampunk, I can't help my thing with like a good black lager,
Yeah.
a white stout. You know what I mean? Something like this that's a red lager that is just. It's really not what you'd expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one, out of its unique flavors, it would probably have to... it's on the leaderboard. Are we going to move into Heffies, or should we do these Doppelblocks?
What? I kind of want to save the Heffy.
Okay.
Let's save the Heffy till last.
Should we do the IPA?
Let's do the IPA.
Fuck it. Never say... Dry hopped with German and American hops. Yeah. World War III.
Germany should be excited if there's a World War III. Finally, they'll be on the right side of history. For once, we are not the bad guys.
I'll tell you guys, this one is probably the one I am the most familiar with. This one and the Hef, because when we put it on our tap lines, I was kind of tearing this guy up, and then the Hef is probably one of their most impressive. Not gonna lie, we had Eyinger Hefeweizen on tap, which of course is solid, really good, and then we put this guy up. And as soon as I tasted it, I was like, fuck. It's hard to say, but KC Bier Co. beat out the Eyinger. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
100%, bro. Little hazy. Little frothy.
Little frothy,
Very nice
little
head.
haze.
Very, very nice head on that.
Ooh, I really like the
hop
bouquet
profile.
on that. I
Yeah.
like the bouquet on this one.
It doesn't taste like real wild, crazy, new school hops. They're not trying to invent something new.
No, and I actually love this because as much as I'm a hophead, that's kind of like an old school.
The dry bitterness at
Yeah.
the end really is just like, it's just an IPA.
Yeah, it's not one of these crazy like don't get me wrong. So some of our favorite beers are the Oops All, right?
Right.
Oops All Mosaic, Oops All
all the new school
Simcoe,
hops.
right?
Do
And they're
love 'em.
fucking incredible.
Citra and Simcoe are damn
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. But there's something to be said about this
This is the style of IPA that actually got me into IPAs in my earlier 20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big hop notes, not super floral, not super fruity. Doesn't
also
taste
not-
like a juice bomb.
And not blowing out your taste buds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's got a light finish. Once all that big flavor starts to settle, it's got a nice, easy finish. You get that little bit of dry bitterness that I personally really like on an IPA, you know. That's one of those things that people tell me it's weird. I don't really like wine. And when I do like wine, it is like it's red, dry, bitter.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do sweet wines ever.
I will enjoy it depends on the sweetness of the wine, right? I don't like a Riesling or a Moscato, but like a semi-sweet but semi-dry red wine where that sweetness is purely coming from the grapes, not added sugars or whatever.
Speaking of wine, check this out because we are working on leveling up our wine selection at 9 Mile Garden. And because of that really nice beer tasting that I set up for National Beer Day, made some good friends. Ed from Wild Sun has invited a few of us out from 9 Mile, and we're going out there to the winery tomorrow to get a little bit of wine education and sampling so that we can start looking at potentially having Wild Sun as the exclusive local wine.
Nice.
At 9 Mile Garden. So we're going to go and check him out. And of course, I'll get us some content, a little bit of footage, but I'm saving it. I'm going to get us some because I'm going to talk to Ed in
We've
more
been working
detail.
on this.
We've already talked to him,
this.
but I'm going to talk to him in more detail and get us in motion to lock in a date so that we can go out and do OBOT on the road at our first winery. There are 2 brewery/wineries in Hillsborough, Missouri. One is Wild Sun and one is Sandy Valley. They're both solid. They're really good. We can't wait to go out there and feature these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've already been talking to both of them about doing that. So
yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So, of course, going out there tomorrow, I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity to sit and talk with him in person. Ed and his buddy, I believe his name is Dave. The tall guy that was with him at the table.
Okay, yeah.
I think his name is Dave. I could be completely wrong. I'm so
that them? Yeah, okay.
I'm always bad with names, but that's what's
Dude, I'm
that's
terrible
what's in my
with
head.
names.
I don't know any other Eds in my life, so that made it real easy right away.
Ed and Eddie.
Well, let's get a little bit of this out of here. Shoop, shoop,
Shooby-doop. Shooby-doop.
Bro, it's been a minute since we've had a podcast going.
It is, and it's
especially
really
a straight podcast like
I will also say what's weird about this is the so we are 4 beers deep, 5 beers deep. Well, 4 beers, 4 beers, and we did a tea earlier. So we're really only sipping 6 ounces at a time, but it's, I mean, like, you know,
bang, bang, bang,
bang, bang,
bang,
bang, bang,
bang. Bro, it has been such a long minute. The people don't even know what's going on in our lives.
Yeah. Well,
you should update the people.
Shit, have I not talked about this?
You should update the people. Because they're the only ones that don't know.
So, ladies and gentlemen that have followed us throughout our time, you saw me get married. You saw me buy my first house. And now I'm having my first child.
Boom!
Boom. Gonna be a dad. It's a terrifying fucking prospect. But we
I'm still just doing my thing, playing music and drinking beer.
Oh, we got to have the normie and the fucking rebel.
I'm rebelling against life, and it's not even really on purpose, man. It's really not.
Yeah, my wife is 20 weeks. We're having a son.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll be keeping that. Now, some people know the name, but I'll be keeping that close to the chest. People don't need to know the name until he's born. But, because, dude, there's fucking weird people out there, like,
oh, yeah.
That, well, like, so my wife has a friend who shared their, like, top 3 names with her sister-in-law, and the sister-in-law was further along pregnant. The sister-in-law
I already know where this is going.
She took 2 of the 3 names.
Oh, fuck.
Not one. 2.
I didn't know it was going that far.
Yeah. She took 2 of the names, one for a first, one for a middle name. And not only that, like, luckily they didn't...
Took one of the first names and made it a middle name?
Yeah.
What an asshole move. Oh, damn.
And on top of that, so luckily they had become attached to the third name that the sister-in-law did not choose. But, like, the last few weeks, she's been asked... She knew they had picked one of those names. She knew it. And she'd been asking her brother and the sister-in-law, like, can you just tell me so I can start, like, unattaching from those names? Could you please? And they're like, no, you'll find out when it's time.
They were conniving about it, too?
Dude, people are petty as fuck.
Yeah, I'd be mad. I'd be mad. I mean, you could give them a nice, strong Chicano name and nobody would steal it from your family.
But, like, well, fuck, dude, we're going with we're going with something cultural. We are going with something cultural to me, but like, dude, it's such a weird thing, and also there is this weirdness that like you do become attached to that. Like we had the they call it the anatomy scan, where they literally measure his arms, his legs, they figure out what his weight is currently. They measure the cranium, they measure everything. They make sure everything is proportioned. They make sure there's no deformities. All this shit. It took like an hour and a half. It's real now, like that. He's in there, right? And we're only like 2 or 3 weeks away from what they call viability, which is like, God forbid something were to happen. We're only about 2 weeks away from like, yeah, it would suck. He'd be in preemie care or whatever, the premature baby care for like 15 weeks or whatever. But we're really close to that point where like he'll make it no matter what, for the most part, right? So. There is that weird, like, dude, people suck. It's just, why would you do that?
Just to fuck with you, man.
And especially because they weren't names like, your Christian names like Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Although people don't really use Luke anymore.
That's the best name out of that list that you just said.
But like Christopher, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Christopher, you're like your Christian name, but you're like your standard like Christian Anglo names, John, right?
There's just way too many Johns.
So John, now my middle name is fucking John, right? Well, my grandfather's name was John, so my middle name is John. My brother's name is Frederick, who was my grandfather was Frederick. So my brother's my grandfather's name. I'm my other grandfather's name. But, like, you can't get mad if somebody's like, oh, we were going to go with John. Like, yeah, now you might need to change because you don't want to have 2 John. Like, if it's, if you're having a kid at the same time I'm having a kid, like, yeah, maybe you don't want to both have the same name, but it's John, right? Like, how many fucking Johns are in the world? But if you go with something fucking off...
But his is spelled Jon, though.
Yeah, it doesn't... dude, it doesn't even have to be off the walls, right? It could be something like... Fuck, man, now I'm drawing a blank because we really didn't have any other names. We pretty much decided. Like, dude, we didn't really argue about names.
Just watching Star Wars and...
Yeah. And so Dooku.
Easter eggs. Right.
Actually, no.
So my son Dooku.
It's my son.
We call him Count for short.
So my son Dooku Obi.
Oh, dude, I'm going to give your kid all the coolest names.
My son, Dooku Obi Greedo Mazzarella.
I'm going to teach him how to make salsa at, like, 6 years old.
Oh, yeah. Make some salsa frescas real quick. No roasting, no boiling. All right, what do we got next?
So I poured up, that's this guy right here. This is the Doppelbock. This is one of the ones I was most excited about because I haven't tried either one of these.
Almost no head on this. I feel like this needs a softer pour.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But this is a pale Doppelbock wheat ale.
Ooh.
It smells lovely.
Oh, man.
It says naturally carbonated.
Well, I mean, most beers are. Well, maybe not most commercial beers, honestly. You can use tablets or just the fermentation process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
that is big flavor.
Bready.
Dude,
but
their
not
wheats
heavy.
are amazing. Yeah, it is bready for sure.
It's very bready, but not heavy.
It would make an awesome beer bread.
Oh yeah, dude. We need to do it just a baking day one day.
Yeah, we'll just fuck with different beers and either use them in the recipe or just use them to complement the dish. Be a fun one. We haven't done any kind of cooking stuff on the show.
We really haven't.
A little while.
No.
It's been a minute. And it's back to time, too, because it's barbecue time, baby.
It is barbecue season.
We should get the smoker going again.
We need the smoker going come fall time, even though my son will be here. Well, September. I need to break into my smokehouse. The key. I don't know if you remember, but Sarah's party, the key broke.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So we got to break into that. I don't feel like that lock's hard to pick.
All we're going to do is we're going to get the right drill bit, and we're just going to drill through the motherfucker.
Yeah.
And take it right off and just get you a whole new lock.
Yeah.
And we're going to get that bitch going.
Oh, yeah. We need to get a big old fucking like half or whole animal in there.
So I want to go shoot a hog.
Dude, I was kind of pissed this week. Yesterday, I was supposed to go. There was an MADA, which is Missouri Auto Dealers Association, at the Lieutenant Governor's Mansion. I was supposed to go to a fucking shotgun competition.
Oh, shit.
It got canceled because it was supposed to rain all day, and then it didn't.
Boo.
Yeah. But, like, they canceled it Friday because it was on Monday, and you needed to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of pissed about that because, like, I don't even own a shotgun right now, but somebody came out to me like, Jim, you good with a shotgun? I was like, we talking like clays? They're like, yeah. Yeah, the first time I ever went clay shooting, I went like, I shot 65 out of 78.
Nice.
That was one of the funniest gun things I've ever done. Because I was talking shit to my dad, and he knew I'd never really fucked with a shotgun. He also didn't know I'd taught myself how to shoot already. Like, I legit just, like, I would take myself to gun ranges and rent guns and just taught myself how to shoot. And so I'm, like, talking all this shit, and he's like, you've never fucking done this. We go out the first station, I shoot 3 for 4. Second station, 3 for 4. Third station, 4 for 4.
Nice.
6 for 6.
Bobby Hill out there.
And the whole time I'm like trying to give my dad pointers, and he won't fucking listen to me the entire time. He hit like 12 targets out of the entire fucking thing.
Come on,
Dad's not a gun guy.
Come on, Daddy.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. He's like, oh, you think you know what you're talking about? I was like, have you not seen my performance so far?
That's like when one of my sisters got married. We got to go down, or it was not that long after she got married. We got to go down to Texas, and so the new brother-in-law came with us, and one of my real South Texas cousins took us out to go shooting. We shot a bunch of different guns, man. We really went for like the Texas experience. You know? He had my uncle, his dad, has an old ass like early 80s F-350 white farm truck that they've had forever.
Just a classic looking
truck. They've had forever, and it's a quad cab.
Yeah.
Probably one of the first real quad cabs, and so like the roof of the cab is pretty damn big.
Yeah.
We're laying on that motherfucker with blankets rolled out in the bipod, and we're fucking letting out like the 300 blackout and shit, long range and stuff. We're standing in a line with shotguns just tearing up big cactus patches.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of shit. My brother-in-law's out there with the Boy Scout style, like letting off like single shots, but he was doing good. We're like, all right, man.
Dude, I would love a lever action.
My dad went back to early 90s drill sergeant style because my cousin like rolls out all his pistols, and my dad was like, oh, no way, you got a Beretta. And my dad doesn't seem like the cowboy, dirty, hairy dude. My dad's a fucking city guy.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad fucking pulled out that 92 like it was back in the day. He was in fucking Desert Storm, and he just like was literally like pink, 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 ping, like, dude, he was like, let me take a few steps back, and was just like zeroed in on that motherfucker. It was such nice pistol shooting.
Yeah.
And my cousin was like, hey, your dad's fucking legit. And I'm just watching like, oh fuck, dude. I'm like, when was the last time you shot a pistol? My dad was like, probably in the 90s. And I'm like, God damn, daddy.
That Beretta 92 FS, baby.
Yeah, dude. It was so funny to see that, like, yeah, dude, he was just driving nails, just clean. And I was like, God damn, man. Fucking sweet.
Well, I always love shooting with people I've not shot with before, especially like a lot of my friends. Like when we went out to my buddy's farm last year, I had the 22 AR. I had my little FN 503, my little concealed carry. We had
still want to shoot that lady.
We had a couple shotguns, and my buddy had a World War II 30-06 from his wife's grandfather.
I want one of those motherfuckers.
And it's one of those things where they've all given me shit because, like, I've always been into guns and they really haven't. And they've all given me shit like, oh, yeah, you know, you're a big gun guy, you know what you're doing. So we put together, like, a little Top Shot competition.
Nice.
And they were all bitching about, like, they couldn't hit the target with my FN. Well, first of all, that thing's a fucking, it's a concealed carry gun.
Yeah, you got to be within, like, 10, 15 yards.
So I set one up that was, like, 15 yards, not anything exaggerated, but, like, you know, a decent distance for a fucking concealed carry gun. And they're all bitching, oh, you can't hit, that gun's shit, you can't hit nothing. I'm like, well, first of all, you don't understand what this gun's for. And I was like, I train with my gun. Like, I didn't just buy it and put it in a drawer. I was the only one that went 4 for 4 on all our targets.
Nice.
Like, dude,
compact pistols, it is not easy
dude,
to
even
shoot, like, at range, 30 yards or further with a fucking compact is not
even the
easy
30
if you don't practice.
Even the 30-06, like, we had a blanket down on the ground, and we were fucking, you know, like, we were we didn't have a scope for it, but we're all laying on the ground, like, trying to snipe this thing.
It's such a smooth ass.
And all my buddies were like, I can't. Nobody could. Literally, one of my buddies, after he shot, and I shot last each round. My buddy, my last friend, shoots, and he goes, "This is bullshit. Nobody can hit anything with that fucking rifle." And I take, like, we were doing one bullet at a time
from the hip with one arm.
So, dude, I fucking lay down like I'm goddamn Kyle, fucking the one bullet in,
big old lip in.
Fucking target shoots up in the air. Oh shit! I was like, yeah, man, you just gotta know how to shoot a gun. Like, it's not like, dude, I'm not reading wind over here. We're not shooting like, 500 yards out.
Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Aim small, miss small. You're like, one shot, one kill.
Like, I'm not saying I'm like,
Berenger, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm not no fucking sniper out here. I'm not Marsoc, all right? But like, I know how to do guns, and that's why I love when people like, oh yeah, okay, you know how to handle a gun. Bro, put any fucking weapon in my hand, let me go through a mag, and I'll know how to fucking zero that shit in. I'm not winning any fucking 3-gun competitions. Those people are fucking incredible. But
yeah, and pistol shooting is just a whole nother monster, man. Especially to be quick. And like, that's why when you watch like serious competitors, those pistols are not the kind of pistols you carry.
Those
are
are
not
competition
set up
pistols
like that in the sight and everything.
Yeah.
To be able to really shoot at long range with a pistol, like you got to be damn good, and you got to have a good setup.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's really badass to watch the cowboy competitions.
Yeah.
Because when they're shooting at range with a fucking revolver, dude, I mean, you're talking like 25 yards or further with a fucking revolver, just
and there is no setting that up.
That's fucking awesome,
you gotta know how that gun fires.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Our other Doppelbock, the black lager, baby. I was just talking about black lagers. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the head on that, dude. Talk about bready. Shit. Oh, man. Ooh, the malt on that lady.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Oh, wow. A little roasty.
That malt kind of settles in. It's a little roasty, but it's not, again, not overpowering. The thing I love, and we talked about this with Dave at Steampunk, people are making quality malty beers that don't, like, sometimes they're over malted, especially like years ago when craft beer wasn't where it is now. You got a lot of these malty beers where you're just like, so malty.
Yeah.
Where it was good for one, but after you're done, you're like, yeah, no, let me get a Bud Light to cleanse my palate with water. Yeah, I dig that.
What's that shit that Dave said at fucking Steampunk when we were talking about light lagers? We had people like the kind of person that comes in and asks for a Bud Light, and he was like, well, we have water if that's what you like.
Yeah. But at the same time, I also appreciate we had that conversation. He goes, no, absolutely, those beers have their place, right? Like, and it would be nice if we could replace those beers with craft beer.
Hey,
But,
we're getting there now.
you know, you're at a Cardinals game. It's, 98 degrees with a heat index of 105.
I would drink this guy in 100-degree weather.
Yeah, I would. 100%.
As much as I'm liking everything, as like a craft guy, I'm liking everything we're drinking. You know I love Bavarian. These Doppelbocks are delicious. I almost feel like the three wheat beers have to be judged all on their own. The 2 Doppelbocks and the Hef that we have left. But these are all very, very good. But if you're not a craft person, if you're not into the malty beers and the hoppy beers, you're not gonna like none of these. But if you just like regular old beer, you're probably gonna like this guy.
You might like that Pils.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's true because they're similar flavor profile.
Yeah.
It's just how light and crispy that the light German is. Man, this is great. This is my kind of brew right here. It is a little bit heavy for a black lager.
It is.
It really reminds me of a brown ale. It doesn't bother me because I love brown ales, but yeah, most of the time when I've had a black lager, it's a little bit lighter in body. I don't dislike that about this at all, but it does need to be noted because there's several black lagers that I feel like I could sell people on that don't like beers that look like this.
Yeah.
This one is one where I'm like, yeah, you're not going to like it. You know, if you're one of those people that you're like, I don't drink anything that dark, I never like it. Like, yeah, you're probably not going to like this. It does sit a little heavy. But
it's good.
But yeah, if you're a craft beer drinker, this is fucking great because
Yeah.
it's light in body. It doesn't feel heavy as it like settles on you.
Yeah. But now we're about to move on to the one I'm the most excited for.
Yeah, it's too damn good. Here, I got a little small glass still chilling. Poed up. Yeah, so stay tuned with us, friends. Please keep following, like, subscribe, share us, comment, tell us what you're thinking. We're going to more and more places. Here in probably about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that, we're going to officially be out there at Freestyle Beer Co. in Eureka, Missouri. We've been trying to set that up for a minute. Like we mentioned earlier, we are working out details with the guys in Hillsboro at Wild Sun and at Sandy Valley, so you can be looking for those later this year. We also have a few people hitting us up that are interested in us just coming out, hanging out, and highlighting and showcasing who they are, because that's what we do. So yeah, we're working out a few different things. I've got a couple different friends that we're trying to go and check out their bars. They're good craft supporters. We want to go and just sit and talk with them and kind of tell you all who they are, what they're about, why they're in the craft industry, you know, because ultimately that's what we are. We're craft beer supporters, and the more we can go to breweries, the happier we are with what we do here on this show. But also, it's not just about going to the breweries and showing you guys the breweries. We just want to showcase and help support. So these bars,
cool shit.
Yeah, these bars that are basically local tap houses. You know what I mean? Like, you know, something like the Bourbon Brothers, our guy Steve out there. It's basically a small tap house. It's 20 taps, and it's all local craft for the most part. He rarely has anything that's not local or at least close to Missouri that's on those boards. And if he does, it's because they're damn good. Right. You know, like Pipeworks from Chicago or like 903 from Texas.
He'll throw a bastard up there.
You know, Cali. Like one of these great brewers. But for the most part, out of his 20 taps, it's mostly local. And so we like to support the guys that are out there supporting the way that we do, just in another avenue, a different platform.
All right, let's try this last beer.
The fucking Heffy. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
It's too damn good, man.
I think I like the Weizen, the Hef.
The Hefeweizen,
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that's what was going to happen because I already knew this from
Yeah.
everything we've had. We had 5 KC beers on tap at 9 Mile at the same time.
Yeah.
And I tried all of them. Out of what we have here in front of us on the table, we had the Hefeweizen, the IPA, and the Pils. We currently had their Dunkel
Yeah.
on tap right now, and then there was another one I can't remember. But yeah, we had 5 on our tap lines, and out of all of those, the Hef just was the leader by far for me. And then as much as I really like both of these Doppelbocks, and like I said, I have to note that this is probably the heaviest black lager I've ever had. I do really, really like it. I had a feeling going in that the Hefeweizen was going to be my star of the show, and I didn't want to like predetermine my winner, but I already kind of knew. And all solid beers, everything is good. I'm with you. So far, KC Bier Co is just a fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I can give you my favorites. I can give you my stars. I can give you my favorite in whatever category. But everything straight across the board. If you were a craft beer drinker,
nothing there
you're gonna
I didn't like
all of these.
There was nothing there I didn't like. Yeah.
Everything's really, really
Plain and simple.
I will say, I'm with you. The Hef is my favorite.
Yeah.
Followed by probably the Black Doppelbock, and then the Pale Doppel, and then probably the IPA. And I mean, it's a really strong lineup because every single one of these beers is
And see,
very
I
good.
go with the Hef, the Arrow Red.
Oh.
And honestly, the light
Those are really
beer,
unique beer.
because I really like that there's a light craft beer.
Yeah, and it tastes that good.
Yeah.
I will say, not to shit on anybody, I like if you make a light craft beer and it's quality, I like it, I support it. But it was very obvious to me that Urban Chestnut Zwickel Light had very good flavor. Like I said, it almost tastes like the regular Zwickel, and that's just impressive. I think flavor-wise, this one is right there. They might be neck and neck
100%.
as far as the boldest tasting light craft beer that I've tried so far.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put it like that.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. But, yeah, those are my top 3. Those were Joe's top 3.
Yeah. Go out to a local liquor store and grab these brews, try them out, and tell us what you think.
On that note, that's been one beer at a time.
We're back, bitches.
We out.